Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to National City Christian Church for our weekly Music at Midday concert. My name is Mike McMahon, and I serve as artistic director for this series. It's always a pleasure to welcome those of you who may be here for the very first time, and I know that a number of you are. So I'm glad you're here. If you want to know more about this particular church, this building, we have a little brochure that gives some information about the architecture and the history of the church, so you can check that out. And if you like what you hear today, I would encourage you to write your name and email address on a piece of paper, and we even have forms at both ends of the building. Give us your email address. We send out weekly notifications about what we're doing here. This series runs weekly 9 months of the year, so we'd love to have you. If you'd like to know more about the organ, you can come up afterwards to check out the console, of course, to greet Eric, but also to, in the back of the sanctuary, we have some displays that offer lots of really interesting information about the pipe organ. So check it out. We're happy to show you stuff here. This series is self-supporting, which means that we do rely on you to help us keep it going. So if you're able to make a donation by cash or check, you can leave that in the collection plates that we have at the front and the rear of the sanctuary. And this includes those of you who are watching online. You can also make a recording through our website, nationalcitycc.org. Well, it's almost Christmas, right? Look around. It's almost Christmas, and today's program is going to help put us in that spirit. We hope that all of you have a wonderful holiday, whatever you happen to be celebrating, but we hope you enjoy today's concert very much. We're happy to welcome Eric Bowman back. He hasn't been here in a while, but it's always great to have him perform for us. So now please help me to welcome Eric Bowman.
Thank you so much for coming. This next piece is by the French Romantic composer Andre Fleury. It's variations on the Burgundian Noel. It's about 9 variations. It's going to show off the wonderful French Romantic sounds of this organ. In particular, the 6th variation, you're going to hear a little dialogue between the two organs, the front organ and the gallery organ. And you'll hear the Zimbelstern, which is a little set of bells that goes around and round and round. So enjoy. Thank you. These next three pieces, I put them together as a group as my three favorite carols of all time. And I'll tell you a story about each one before I play each one. This first one is the German carol by J.S. Bach called O Jesulein Zeus. And the first time I heard this, I was watching Christmas from the Kennedy Center. And they had the great American soprano Leontine Price singing. And she sang this piece with just a little 4 or 8 foot flute stop on the organ at the Kennedy Center. And it just melted my heart. And Leontine Price, if y'all know her, is a wonderful, she's a national treasure. And actually, she sang here for LBJ's funeral. So you can actually get that and Google it and watch it online, watching her sing Amazing Grace from here. So enjoy this sweet little chorale, Jesulein Zeus. Next piece I'm sure you're familiar with, Once in Royal David City. And who cannot, if you ever watched Christmas Eve from King's College in England with the lone voice soprano opening this, it's just a wonderful carol. And this arrangement is by my friend Dr. Wayne Wold, who was the organist at Camp David, and also the now professor of organ at Shenandoah University. So enjoy this wonderful arrangement of Once in Royal David City. This next piece, or next two pieces actually, is my favorite song, See Amid the Winter's Snow. And this became my favorite my freshman year of college at James Madison University. I was in the chorale, and the first Sunday of every December was our Christmas Vespers concert. And this was the opening song of every Christmas Vespers for the 4 years that I was there. And it was my first encounter with a very large Moeller pipe organ. We had a large 4-manual Moeller pipe organ in Wilson Hall at JMU. And just the sound of that organ, especially on the last verse, just sent chills down my spine. So after I introduced this carol with an arrangement by Joseph Hurrell, featuring the gallery organ, and I'm going to feature the handbell stop. And if you look back there, you'll see there's a little set of doors that are now open, and that holds a set of Whitechapel handbells. I think this was the first organ in the world that actually had ringing handbells attached to it. Anyway, so I'm going to feature the gallery organ as an introduction to it, and then when you came in, you received a sheet of See Amid the Winter Snow. So I'm going to ask you to sing along. We're going to sing verses 1, 3, and 6. And on verse 6, I'm going to unleash the organ. So sing your hearts out, please. Isn't that a wonderful song? I forgot to tell a story about the handbells. Lon Schreiber, the organist and minister of music emeritus, who was here for about 40 years and was responsible for the installation of this organ. When I was at a large church in Hagerstown, Maryland, serving, and he came up to do some work with our committee on adding an addition to the organ. And I had talked to him about getting handbells because we had a large bequest, and the lady wanted us to get handbell choirs. And he said, you know, the difference between your handbells and my handbells is my handbells count. This next piece, Silent Night, is an arrangement by Emmylou Diemer, and it's very haunting. It's like in 2 or 3 different keys at the same time, but it's a wonderful setting. Please enjoy. Thank you again for coming out. This final piece is called Improvisation on God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. And you're going to finally hear the big enchimade, the trumpet enchimade, which is the horizontal pipes hanging out there. They're under 20 inches of wind, so they're pretty loud. And this song has a bunch of it's almost like a theme and variations kind of thing. It has different variations showing a lot of the other sounds of the organ, and it finally ends with a big toccata-like finish with the melody and the pedal, and I'm going to pull out all the pedal stops, the 32 foots and the 64 foot, which are the really low stops that'll make your seats rumble. So please enjoy this. God rest you, merry gentlemen.